Hi there. Welcome to another edition of Curve Flattening Concerts. And as I turn the camera on, my little dog, come here, Soup. Can you get your head up high here? You might just see her little butt. That's about all she'll let you see. So we're starting off with a little canine bang there. Hopefully she won't stick around for too long. I'm Raleigh Brown, and I welcome you along. I hope some of you are here. I'm going to start out today. I'm going to do a couple instrumentals and a couple songs. And I'm actually going to start out, unlike my usual pattern, with an instrumental. And, you know, I play a lot of, some instrumentals that I perform here are very engineered. They're like almost like a classical piece. You've arranged it, you play it the same way every time. Sometimes you're recreating it the same way every time, and sometimes you're not. And then sometimes you just want to fly by the seat of your pants. So the other day I had a guitar student online. I do accept guitar students online for any of you interested. And I asked him to play something he was really familiar with. And he played Bill Bailey, Won't You Please Come Home? And I thought, that would be fun to try. I've never played that in maybe 40 years. So what you're going to get is a ragtime version of Bill Bailey, Won't You Please Come Home? And there goes the dog. Say goodbye. And that's what we'll have for our first tune here. And here we go. And I see all those familiar faces. So great of you guys to show up. And this Prue is just kicking butt right now. It just sounds fantastic. I don't know if it's barometric pressure or what, but some days, you know. So here we go. So that's Bill Bailey, Won't You Please Come Home? And Suki the dog has planted herself right across from me here, if I could turn the camera easily. It's nice to have a live audience right here in the basement today. So I'm going to give you a little pop quiz. It's very summery here today, really nice weather, and you have just a little short time to tell me how you should have known that was true by just listening to that first song and watching me. Okay, so we'll have a little music. See if we got any answers. Me? No, I guess nobody. Well, the answer is I'm not wearing black. It feels like summer, so I'm not wearing black today. Hey, Diane Holbrook, how are you? And all my friends, all my familiar faces here. Rita, it's good to see you there. I was thinking about you. Yeah, you got that part. Okay, so next one up is blues. And this is a Robert Johnson tune. I originally learned it in the backhanded way of hearing it done by the great British guitarist John Renbourn, who was not the bluesiest guy, although for a Brit, he understood blues really well. So it's a bastardization, as are many of the things I play. Well, the woman I love, I stole from my best friend. That joker got lucky, stole her back again. You'd better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's bound to be raining outside. And the woman I love, she rode that southbound train. She's a married woman, love her just the same. You'd better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's bound to be raining outside. Now when a woman get in trouble and no one wants her around, she be looking for a good friend, no one can be found. You'd better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's bound to be raining outside. All through the spring, all through the fall, just sitting here thinking about my all in all. Better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's bound to be raining outside. Yeah, the woman I love, I stole from my best friend. That joker got lucky, he stole her back again. You'd better come on in my kitchen. 'Cause it's bound to be raining outside. Yeah. Robert Johnson, by way of The Strange Path Through England and John Renbourn. So that's enough of these finger picks for today. We're going to switch gears here a little. I'm going to actually use a tuna. See how close I was on that. So not too close. Not too bad, though. My little tuner is acting strangely. That worked. Okay, I could live with that. Tuning the guitar is a very, actually a very imprecise process. Because once you tune a string and then press it down, it microscopically raises the pitch. So no guitar is ever completely in tune. And nowhere is that more true than in my playing for you. So I want to give a shout out. I try not to get political on these concerts, although it's difficult sometimes. But those of you who know me, and my friend Rita is on here today too, know that 50 years ago today, I was a student at Kent State University and was involved in the demonstrations there. I lost a couple friends, and we lost our innocence. And if you don't know the story of the Kent State killings, the Kent State murders, you should go on Wikipedia and look it up. My good friends Magpie, who were also in Kent at that time, are in the process of putting together a video presentation which may be up on May 4th and it may not be up until the 6th. And I have a reading on that, which I wrote for a book which was just released. You can find that somewhere on my page, but it'll also show up on Greg Artsner's Facebook page. I'll also, since I'm talking here, all my Kent friends, I want to just hit right here and let you know that even though we couldn't be together this weekend as we had planned, we're thinking of each other. And I might put up a thing for a big Zoom meeting tomorrow or Monday. So, next tune, this is another instrumental. I told you there would be two instrumentals today. This one is written by Sonny Rollins, a great jazz sax player. And it's not typically jazzy, it's more kind of calypso-y. But it's become a favorite with guitarists, and it's called St. Thomas. St. Thomas by Sonny Rollins. And a lot of people who play that on the guitar, they kind of, because of its calypso-y feel, they play it in the style of the great Bohemian guitarist Joseph Spence, which is a wonderful idea. Let me see something here. So, and that's kind of what I do, but Joseph Spence, go look him up on YouTube. He was a very, his guitar had a very primitive sound, but it was very primitive, sophisticated, you know. So, I want to hear that. I'm going to do one more for you. This is a song that was written by Paul Siebel and based on a poem by Willa Cather. And a poem or prose piece. I'm not sure exactly how you describe it. I have it somewhere on my computer. Those other years, those dusty years, when we drove the big herds through, I tried to forget the miles we rode, and Spanish Johnny, you. He'd sit beside the water ditch when all the herds was in, and he never harmed a child, sang to his mandolin. He sang the old songs and the old talk, the dealings of our game. Spanish Johnny seldom spoke, but sang the songs of Spain. And his talk with men was vicious talk when he was high on gin. But those were golden things he sang to his mandolin. Well, we had to stand, we had to judge, we had to stop him then. For those hands so gentle to a child, it killed so many men. He died a hard death long ago, before the roads came in. And the night before he swung, he sung to his mandolin. We carried him out in the morning light, a man who'd done no good. We laid him down in the cold, cold clay, stuck in a cross of wood. And a letter we wrote to his kinfolk to tell them where he'd been. We sent it on down to Mexico, along with the mandolin. So that's Spanish Johnny by Paul Siebel. That's the end of our little presentation for today. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 10:30 for Sunday Morning Music, the long-standing series, now gone live. And stay tuned. In about 8 minutes, my buddy Alex Bevan will be on his page doing a live concert. He is always entertaining and a great guy to boot. And actually, at Kent State, Alex and I were on stage Friday, May 1st, just like last night, Friday, May 1st, 50 years ago, playing at Aladdin's Bar in downtown Kent, Ohio, when the riots began. Long time, many years. So best top of the morning to all of you, and stay safe, stay sane. If you get cranky, take a nap, and I'll hope to see you tomorrow morning too. Be well. Bye-bye.